reports are coming out. LeBron James and ESPN are closing in on an agreement for a Last Dance type of documentary series that will chronicle, I imagine, what we just saw happen with LeBron James and what's coming up in the next couple of years of what is LeBron controlling his retirement story punctuation. Like, it's not going to be the Heat or...
LeBron James has sparked another massive media frenzy, and this time ESPN may be right in the middle of it. Rumors suggest he's putting the finishing touches on a season-long documentary following his journey in Philadelphia, leaving sports television buzzing with speculation. Cameras are reportedly already capturing behind-the-scenes footage, yet members of LeBron's own camp insist the entire story is nothing more than false reporting. So what's really happening? Is LeBron secretly working with ESPN on a Last Dance-style documentary? Or is Maverick Carter correct when he says it's all fake? Share your opinion in the comments below.
Told you guys that I ran into Rich Paul at the airport, and it wasn't a very long conversation. It was a little bit while ago, but he was again and again hitting the note of content is king, content is king. And now reports are coming out. LeBron James and ESPN are closing in on an agreement for a Last Dance type of documentary series that will chronicle, I imagine, what we just saw happen with LeBron James and what's coming up in the next couple of years of what is LeBron controlling his retirement story punctuation. Like, it's not going to be the Heat or the Lakers or the Cavs get to decide how he tells his story at the end. He's partnering with ESPN because he's got the media credentials to turn his last part of his career, instead of the way Bill Russell had to do it, where he had to be a player coach, and because he can't do it as a player owner, they won't allow it, he's going to do it as a player media member where he controls his own content company. Because who's not going to watch a documentary about the last few years of LeBron when it's going to have this much drama, and you're going to have access to what has rapidly become the most interesting team in the sport?
So, has ESPN basically transformed its morning shows into a full-time PR machine for LeBron James? Or are some of its own analysts finally pushing back against the NBA superstar? Because everything that unfolded over the past week has been nothing short of entertaining. Here's how quickly this story escalated. On Friday, LeBron James officially signed with the Philadelphia 76ers. Then, less than a week later on Thursday morning, respected sports media reporter Andrew from The Athletic released a blockbuster report claiming that LeBron and ESPN were close to finalizing an exclusive behind-the-scenes documentary series covering his new chapter.
Comes to the NBA, and that is that King James will produce a Last Dance-like documentary on his final, what we are all guessing is his final season in the league. And I wonder if this is going to go well for the Philadelphia 76ers. If LeBron James is spending the entire season, cameras around him, focused on a documentary, which I'm sure he is hoping will, for once and for all, answer the question of who is the GOAT. Do you imagine that that's going to be a distraction for that team, or do you think that's exactly what the Sixers had in mind when doing this deal with LeBron James?
According to anonymous insiders, the project was reportedly being built as LeBron James' personal answer to Michael Jordan's iconic 2020 documentary, The Last Dance. One source even claimed the negotiations had reached the 1-yard line. For anyone unfamiliar with football terminology, that means the agreement was essentially complete. Everything had been settled, with only the final signatures left. Reports also suggested the structure of the deal closely mirrored the arrangement Michael Jordan received during the 1997-98 Bulls season.
Will I have a featured role in ruining everything that happened in Miami?
A friend of mine yesterday told me that Rich Paul referenced my tweet, which I never heard. I need to go back and listen to the podcast now.
Look,
apparently there was a reference.
You did great damage to our company, boy.
Dan Levitar's good, by the way.
I sent Dan that one. I sent you that clip. I said, look.
they played on the show that clip, and you guys are interested in the drama and the theatrics of this, because to me, it's really interesting when Peyton Manning and Tom Brady want to get into the competitive game after games. LeBron's going to keep playing as long as he can keep having the power to make the thing end the way that he wants to end in the story he wants to tell.
The plan reportedly called for a full documentary crew to shadow LeBron throughout his entire season in Philadelphia. Producers were also expected to dive into a massive archive of footage that NBA Entertainment has reportedly collected since his rookie campaign in 2003, including clips that have never been shown to the public. Although no release date or financial details had been officially announced, multiple insiders insisted the agreement was virtually complete, with only the final formalities remaining.
It was in 2010 how angry he was with ESPN after the decision aired and the way he was treated and the way he was portrayed. I mean, if I'm remembering correctly, I feel like the Heat games that were on ABC that year, he didn't do the on-court interviews with ABC, ESPN. And now we're in a spot where he's partnering with them.
The documentary rumor didn't just grab headlines, it created chaos inside ESPN itself. As soon as the report surfaced, analysts were split. Stephen A. Smith, who has spent years defending Michael Jordan as the GOAT, wasn't about to celebrate a series many viewed as LeBron's answer to The Last Dance. Critics argued it looked less like a farewell documentary and more like another effort to shape LeBron's legacy. Chris Canty took a different angle. He pointed out that LeBron's veteran minimum contract means he won't carry the same pressure as Joel Embiid. If Philadelphia falls short, Canty believes the blame will land on Embiid's massive salary, not LeBron's bargain deal. That raised an even bigger question. Why build an entire documentary around a player who isn't expected to be the franchise's main star? Brian Windhorst added more skepticism. He explained that LeBron's decision to join Philadelphia caught almost everyone by surprise, even people close to him. Historically, LeBron controls every major announcement on his own timeline, making the reported ESPN project seem unusual from the start. Then the story took a dramatic turn. Maverick Carter, LeBron's longtime business partner, publicly denied the report on X, saying there was no Last Dance-style project in the works and that LeBron hasn't even decided when he'll retire. LeBron quickly reposted Carter's statement, making it clear he supported the denial. Within hours, the sports world went from believing a blockbuster documentary was nearly complete to questioning whether the entire report was inaccurate. To understand why the rumor gained so much traction, you have to look at LeBron's move to Philadelphia. During free agency, he kept every team guessing while insisting he wanted one final chance to compete for a championship. The 76ers, fresh off acquiring Jaylen Brown, aggressively recruited him alongside Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey. Former Warriors executive Bob Myers even publicly argued that Philadelphia gave LeBron his best opportunity to win another title. LeBron eventually signed a surprising 2-year, $8 million veteran minimum contract, taking an enormous pay cut compared to his Lakers salary. He insisted the decision wasn't about money but about chasing one more championship. His arrival sparked excitement across Philadelphia, with fans, teammates, and public figures celebrating the move. His new Sixers jersey reportedly became one of the fastest-selling jerseys in sports, adding even more momentum to the story. That wave of excitement made the ESPN documentary report spread even faster. Comparisons to The Last Dance immediately reignited the never-ending GOAT debate. Michael Jordan's iconic series became a cultural phenomenon because of its unprecedented access and perfect timing during the pandemic. Many fans viewed it as the definitive basketball documentary. So when rumors claimed LeBron was creating his own version before his career had even ended, opinions instantly split. Supporters saw it as an opportunity to document history, while critics viewed it as another attempt to shape the legacy debate through media instead of championships. Whether the documentary ever exists or not, one thing is certain: LeBron James remains the biggest conversation in basketball. Every move he makes creates headlines, fuels debate, and keeps the sports world talking. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments whether you believe the documentary rumors were real or just another off-season media storm.